Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of my journey to Mythic here on the channel. Today we are starting in Gold 1, trying to get into Platinum, and it is going to be a grind, and it's going to be very fun. Before I begin the video, I do want to thank everyone who does support the channel by subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button, leaving a comment. I really do appreciate every one of you, and I also want to say that I'm sorry for all the people that really enjoy my draft videos. I am working to make more of those. It's just hard because I'm not in my classic setup right now. So it's easier to record these smaller segment pieces and edit them together than to just sit down for a couple hours and make a draft video. I will be making more draft videos. I'm going to try do my very best to post one this week, so stay tuned for that. But I do hope you enjoy the journey to Mythic, and it's a pretty spicy episode this week, so I hope you'll enjoy it. See you next time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very important match here on the journey to Mythic. Today we are playing our final, potentially, match in Gold. If we win this match, we are going to make it into Platinum or whatever rank comes after Gold. This is the deck we are using. I have finally converted to the mono-red lifestyle. It's just a super powerful deck. I always play against it, and no matter what I seem to do, no matter how I tweak my deck, it just seems to be a very strong opponent. Goblin Chain Whirler is fantastic. It's got decent one-drops. Runaway Steam can do good work, and then Experimental Frenzy can bail you out. Rekindling Phoenix is unbeatable against some decks. So this is the deck we're using. Hopefully we can get this W and get into, I think it's called Diamond. One of those two. Exciting stuff, folks. Exciting stuff. Playing against another Gold 1 opponent. Okay, we got a great hand on the draw. We have two of our strong cards here. Then we have some pretty decent other options here, especially early on. We can either play this on turn 1 or this on turn 1, depending on what our opponent it seems to be playing. Definitely keeping. Okay, it looks like they're playing mono white, so this is a matchup I'm very familiar with. It's a pretty decent draw, but we do just want to draw lands, so we can land this Rekindling Phoenix. Rekindling Phoenix is quite good against mono white. We'll just kill this guy now. Definitely a threatening card. We want to draw lands. That's just all we need here. Ooh, red-white variant. Lands are good. And we do want to keep our hand relatively empty for this Experimental Frenzy. So we will probably just Lightning Strike them end of turn if they don't play anything worth killing. But they are going to be a relatively proactive deck, so I'm assuming they're going to play something worth killing. Hopefully we can get this Phoenix down, and then this Experimental Frenzy can carry us to victory. Just using the more efficient one. Because we do want to land this Frenzy and just start getting value from that. We have a very reactive hand, which I don't actually mind when I have Experimental Frenzy, because Experimental Frenzy can just get you all the damage and cards and stuff you need. Zap him again. Perfect. Gonna get that Phoenix down. I love the animation. It's so cool looking. That really the extra features like that make Magic Online look really good. Okay. And not Magic Online, Magic Arena really good. Okay, it's a little bit unfortunate, but we're still in fine shape. We have our Lava Runner. Oh, I didn't know if it was going to have haste, so we'll just attack. And when you have Experimental Frenzy, you're not really worried about using your shocks and stuff for like 2-for-1s. Like I would double shock something pretty easily here. Yeah, I'll definitely just double shock that. This way I can land my Frenzy. Then I think it's actually kind of close whether you want to play your land before you play Frenzy. Like if I draw a land here, I'm just going to play the Frenzy. I think it's close on getting the damage in, but I think it's just worth it to get the threat down. Because now next turn I can have a really good turn, whereas this way I'm just only getting 2 damage. Knowing that Rekindling Phoenix is on top, okay, that worked out. Haha! Outsmarted, opponent! Outsmarted. Oh, that worked out so nicely. Okay, he has to have another Conclave Tribunal or he loses to this Phoenix. Wow, this was a really good draw for me and a really bad draw for my opponent. And he's not really in a situation where he can afford to pay 4 life. I mean, he's not paying 4 life on a chump block either way. Phoenix is so good against mono white because they can literally only kill it with their Conclave Tribunal. If he has another Conclave Tribunal, then he has to have that plus another card. So I think we got there. Oh no, he had it. Oh no! I only run 2 copies in my mono white list. Maybe I should run more. But there's basically no way I lose this game. I don't know why he didn't attack there, because he's probably not going to block. Wow, we got there! Yes! Whew, gold tier 1 completed. Oh man, that was a grind through gold. Man, made it into platinum. Woo! Exciting stuff, folks. The journey continues. Whew. Okay, welcome to another part of our journey to Mythic. This is our first game in platinum. This hand is pretty mediocre. Opponent did take a mulligan, which makes me want to keep this hand, because if they take a mulligan and they're one of the aggressive decks, then I can just trade 1 for 1 for all of their threats. Blue is ooh, that was a really good draw. So blue doesn't necessarily mean a ton. It's probably going to be a control deck of some sort, which means that this hand is not the greatest, because against control decks you want like repeatable damage sources. But Rekindling Phoenix is a great draw, depending on what type of control deck it is. Or maybe it's just a Phoenix deck. I'd rather play against Phoenix, I think. That's another great draw. Okay, that'll resolve, and then I will shock it. So mono blue tempo is a really good matchup. You can just kill all of their relevant things, except like Tempest Djinn. Like if they draw a couple Tempest Djinns, it can be tricky, but he didn't have a Tempest Djinn on turn 3, so that makes me much more hopeful. Also, they can't really deal with Rekindling Phoenix very well. And he doesn't have an early threat with Curious Obsession on it, so sure, we'll just be able to kill that with Chain Whirler. So no need to waste a Wizard Lightning on it. I'm also not going to Wizard Lightning him because he could counter that. And I just don't want to even give him a chance to do that. Dive down, sure. If he's using a dive down like that, it's not really bad for me. Because this is still a 2 for 1. And this card's not going to be tremendously useful to him. Let's attack. Okay, now the question is, do I play Rekindling? I think no. I can just wait for him to be tapped out, and I have 2 spells to play. Because the deck does run Essence Scatter a lot of the time. Okay. That seems really bad considering that he has the Storm Tamer, but... Okay, he's attacking, probably going to chart a course. Let's just zap him a couple times. That'll put some pressure onto him. He can sack his Storm Tamer. Okay, cool. So now that that guy's out of the way, he doesn't really have any, like, threat on board, so I can just play my, like, smaller cards. And if he flashes in Merfolk Trickster, I have the Chain Whirler as backup. We're just going to try this for the Phoenix. If he doesn't have an Essence Scatter, he just loses on the spot if the Phoenix resolves. Okay, so he did have the Essence Scatter. But at this point, we have a pretty sizable, like, clock on him. He's opting. He has to find Tempest Djinn. Tempest Djinn is his only card that's, like, really relevant here. And another Gishu Lava Runner should seal the deal for sure. Another good draw. I don't think Mono Blue Tempo is very good. He's probably got to Platinum and then started experimenting. But I think Mono Blue Tempo is not great. And our first chit on our journey through Platinum. Whew, got the W. Hello, and welcome to another episode of my journey through Platinum here. Journey to Mythic, as they say. We're going to keep this hand. It doesn't have a ton of lands, but it's got a pretty nice clock here. Firebrand into Pyromancer. And then Experimental Frenzy for if the game goes long. The cool thing about Mono Red is if you draw lands and you have Experimental Frenzies, then it's good. And if you don't draw lands, it means you're drawing spells, and you can pretty much cast everything, so you're in pretty good shape. Ooh, a blue deck. I love playing against blue decks. We're just going to go with the Pyromancer here. I don't mind saving the Lava Runners for a little later because they're going to have haste later on. I already have him down to 16. That's good. The second land play will tell us a lot of information about what he's on. So maybe Phoenix, maybe Jeskai Control. Looks like Phoenix. Phoenix seems like a pretty good matchup, though. He doesn't really do a ton early on, and that's when I like just kill him, and then I can finish him off with Burn if necessary. Yep, there's the Crackling Drake. Search for Escape. So maybe a more controlling variant. Land is good. I get to play all of my spells this turn. But there's no reason to play the Shock now. I would rather save it for an Electromancer. But I think I will play it end of turn in case I draw a land to play my Experimental Frenzy. And if I don't draw a land, it means I'm drawing a spell to cast anyway, so. You want to make sure, when you have Experimental Frenzy, you want to have like an empty hand when you cast it. That's the best time. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 power. I have 3, 4, 5 power on board, 2 damage in hand. So I want like a 2-turn clock. And that's one of the problems with blue-red is it doesn't have a great sweeper. There's Fiery Cannonade, which he could run, but it doesn't even kill my Firebrands. And he's just casting Discovery. That probably means it's game. He's probably just digging for lands. Steamkin, not the greatest. Probably one of my worst draws there. That's not even an issue here. Steamkin was probably my literal worst draw, which is kind of funny because it's one of the best cards in the deck on a power level scale. Because if you play this on turn 2 and it doesn't die, you can often make it like a 3-3 by attacking. And yep, got the W. Whew, just easily climbing through Platinum with Mono Red. Hello everybody, and welcome to another segment of my journey to Mythic. Today I do want to talk to you a little bit about the deck that I used to get out of Platinum 4. I was grinding a lot with a variety of decks, but I couldn't seem to shake Platinum 4. I was all the way at the bottom of Platinum 4, which is obviously the lowest you can be in Platinum. And then I picked up green-white tokens, and I think I won like 8 matches in a row. Obviously that does require a bit of luck, and I have been tweaking the deck a little bit. But basically this is the list that Andrea Mengucci used at Worlds. His team used at Worlds, but I cut 1 March of the Multitudes and 1 Conclave Tribunal for 2 Thorn Lieutenants, just for some extra early game blockers against red decks, because those are pretty popular, and white decks too. So yeah, that's the deck I've been using, and I'll jump into a match and show you what it is like. Hello, and welcome to the aforementioned match. We are on the draw. We're going to keep this hand. We need 1 more land to get the History of Benalia down. This is where Thorn Lieutenant is really going to do good work if we're playing against an aggro opponent. Looks like we're playing against black-green, which is a pretty good matchup, I think, depending on your draw. So that's a really important card to draw there. The thing about black-green is a lot of the time they don't have removal spells until 4 mana. So if you have an Amara on turn 2, they can't really kill it. So even if I don't have an Amara this game, I mean, I think that it is still a pretty nice matchup in general. Looks like opponent is ramping very hard. Unfortunately, I can't really punish them with the fastest of starts, but I will definitely be able to attack. Let's go. Get in there, buddy. Okay, Beast Whisper. Oh, so they look like they're playing that Elf Ball deck. Okay, that is worrisome, I shall say. I do not have all that much disruption for that deck. Oh dear. Yeah, this deck is probably going to crush me. That's actually kind of a cool... it's a cool deck. I don't think it's great because it seems like it's complete garbage against red. And red is a major player in the metagame, on Arena especially. You play against red decks more in the lower ranks. In Platinum, you don't play against them as much. And he's running a Wild Growth Walker package. Interesting. So maybe he's less all in on the Elf Ball type combo thing. And he's got, oh gosh, things are looking grim. And he's got more just general creatures, which looks like what it is. Looks like he's just running Beast Whisperer. I kind of wish this Thorn Lieutenant was a Conclave Tribunal, but if I was playing against red, I wouldn't wish that. I definitely am glad that I have a couple Thorn Lieutenants for some extra 2-drop power. Because Amara is really susceptible to shock and stuff. Okay. Play this tapped. Play my 2 creatures. It's cool. Adonto Vanguard, the major trick you use with Adonto Vanguard in this type of spot is you can just block the Nullhead Ferox pretty indefinitely. Eventually I'll find a Conclave Tribunal to get rid of this guy, but it might be too late. I do get a lot of value from this March of the Multitudes. People that saw me like cut a March of the Multitudes might be thinking you're crazy, but the thing is in a lot of the matchups you're not going to be like on Arena. The matchups are all faster, and March of the Multitudes also gets wrecked by Chain Whirler, so it's sometimes hard to play. Also, when things are faster, you have to trade off your creature, so it's not as good. So it's still a great card, obviously. I don't run it as a 4-of. Man, Beast Whisperer is really annoying. This game looks like I'm going to lose. Oh, goodness. I need to find a Conclave Tribunal for the Beast Whisperer, or I just instantly lose pretty much. Or I have to hope he makes a really bad attack at some point. He has so much mana. So many cards. You can just grind through all of the stuff I'm doing. Definitely a good deck if you're not expecting sweepers or mono red. So seems like a good. He probably has a good matchup against green white tokens. Because I don't run sweepers and I don't run. I guess I run a bunch of. I mean, yeah, I don't run sweepers and I don't run like burn spells to kill Beast Whisperer super easily. I'm just gonna get a plane so I can play Trostani at some point. Things are looking grim though. I'm not sure if I would say unwinnable, but it's not looking great. But this is not a super common matchup if you are afraid of that type of thing. Yeah, I feel like conceding. If he doesn't like make an all-out attack this turn, that gives me a good block. But I still don't think there's a good block for me. He just has too much mana. Is he actually just gonna like time out? Not gonna do everything he wants. That's kind of dumb. He's probably just gonna attack all out. Oh, only with that guy. This is the trick I was telling you about. Just saves 2 damage. It can matter. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna make 7 guys. We're just gonna cast it because we don't want to waste our mana. Also, like, it's not gonna be a huge, like, we're not gonna be able to like win this game unless we draw like multiple marches and he does something stupid. Or we can kill this Beast Whisperer. Yeah, this game's over. Like, normally this would be really good against like mid-range decks, like having that kind of card combination, but I'm just gonna concede. Whew. Brutal game right there. There's just like not really much we can do. We could like draw Flower Flourish eventually, but overall not a great game to for us winning. He just got too much power on the board. Hello and welcome to more Platinum 3 adventures with green-white tokens. This is a fine hand. We're gonna keep it. Sapling Migration on turn 2 is really nice. That into History of Benalia can lead to some great starts. We have a Conclave Tribunal on turn 3 if we need it, as long as our tokens don't die. Ooh, blue-black. That is probably a great matchup, I think. We can play our Temple Garden tapped, which is nice. Just getting that good mana out early. And we're going to get able to go Sapling Migration into History of Benalia, which is really nice start. And then into Ajani. Ajani's really good against the control decks, too. And it looks like he didn't even consider countering it, which is kind of nice. And if he does have a board clear like Ritual of Soot, we're going to get our Ajani down. Looks like he's playing Esper Control. Esper Control could be really nasty. I've faced some really good builds. But History Benalia puts a pretty decent clock on them. One interesting trick that I heard about, I just came to mind because I played the Plains. If you're playing in a high level like thing, a lot of people will always play their non-basics first. If they have like no reason not to, like Sun Petal Grove, you just play that there. If you play your Plains first and then your Sun Petal Grove, and you're one of those people that's like shuffling your hand, people that are like really good might be thinking about like your draw step and the fact that you might have drawn a Sun Petal Grove for your turn, which is really interesting. I think we just try to jam with the Johnny here. A lot of the times they want to cast Chemist's Insight on this turn, so turn 4 is a good time to try and get through counter magic. And it resolves, which is perfect. He could have a Vraska's Contempt, but I want to do it before combat so I can get an extra damage. Could be relevant. He's not going to use a Vraska's Contempt on that thing either way, so might as well just get in for that extra point of damage. I found that control decks in Arena play a lot less counter spells than you would think. Okay, he had Vraska's Contempt. A little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. The thing is, they run less counter spells because against the good aggressive deck, counter spells are bad, so you just have to think about other ways. Okay, so we got completely obliterated there in every possible way. Probably going to lose because of that, but there's not a ton we can do necessarily. Can only do so much. I hope I kind of want to play against an aggressive deck because that's a pretty decent matchup. When I was climbing through Platinum 4, I won a bunch of rush. We have to do this, I think. It's just our we get to make a couple 1/1s and kind of get rid of Eldest Reborn before it does too much damage. Play Vanguard into Conclave Tribunal. And then get an attack in. Get rid of Eldest Reborn. You do rebuilds from board clears pretty well, and Adonto Vanguard can also make you less vulnerable. Amara is pretty nice when they can't just kill it, because it just makes it like individual army, which is really good. So next turn, if I hit a land, I can play Flourish. You want creature +2/+2, which is 4, 7, 9, 12, 15. So I can almost like kill him. But killing Teferi is going to be the high priority here. We're going to attack him with everything we got, I think. Because he's terrifying. Even though we can like put him to 1 life, decks like this just, you got to kill Teferi when you can. And then next turn we have lethal with our Flourish anyway. We're going to keep the land in our hand. Because that way if he plays a discard one, like a disinformation campaign, this type of deck sometimes runs that. Okay. But now we have lethal face, so I think we actually might just want to go face damage here because yeah, he could have a fungal infection though, but he would do fungal infection in response to... He would just kill it onto Vanguard if he had fungal infection. Ooh. This is really tempting, and then just killing the Teferi. This will also bait out a counterspell if he has one, and we can just kill Teferi again. Okay, so he did have the counterspell. That sets us up for another lethal attack, though. We can kill the Teferi with exact damage and get some chip damage in on him. Make another 1/1 with Amara, which is nice. Oh, I shouldn't have played the land. Shoot. IB. So we're getting 3 damage on him, killing the Teferi. And then this Flourish is going to be lethal next turn. If he plays a disinformation campaign, that would just be all my fault. So, yeah. But this is really why Amara is so good. I've considered running 4 copies instead of one of the Thorn Lieutenants. Oh, man. No. Shoot. Hopefully he doesn't have a fungal infection. I need a big draw here. He's just got so much more card selection than me. But anything that lets me make multiple tokens would be huge here. Sapling Migration. Legion's Landing, not the greatest, I will say. But at least it's something. Better than drawing a blank. And that is exactly what you do not want to see. Oh no. Yeah, annoying because they just have board clears that kill your Donna Vanguard a lot of the time. I need a big token maker so I can just kill him with Flourish before he gets too much card advantage. Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty bad for me. Oh no, I should not have played that. Yikes. Yikes. Should have just held it in my hand, but oh man, now he's drawing. Oh man, he's gotten to get rid of so many lands from his surveils and stuff. That's really scary, really bad for me. Now that he has his Kanta and I've drawn too many lands, I don't think I can win. He has just enough counters to make sure I can never cast another spell. Oh, that's cute. Wow, that's actually a really cool animation. I think we did everything we could this game, though. There was one turn where we could have attacked his face with everything, but then he'd just be at 2 life and he'd have a Teferi. so it's not like a huge difference. Because we wanted to just have it all in one attack. Oh yeah, we lose. GG's opponent. GG's. Hello and welcome to the final segment of this week's Journey to Mythic. We're going to see if we can get back into Platinum 3 to end the episode. Green-white is definitely a fickle creature sometimes. I think this is pretty much one of the reasons to play green-white. Sapling Migration into Venerated Loxodon is an incredibly powerful start. And getting to go first is really nice. Going first with any deck in like the current like standard metagame on Arena is so huge. It's like unbelievable how important it is to go first. I mean, going first is really important in like many formats, but in standard right now, it's really crucial. So playing as mono white, a very interesting matchup, I'd say. We can definitely go bigger than them, especially with these Marches of the Multitudes, and it's better than mono red because mono red Chain Whirler can be a problem. Not with this start. Chain Whirler actually would have been like we could have totally beaten Chain Whirler with this start, but. Ooh, looks like he's playing a red-white version, a red-white variant. And getting down an early Loxodon is really good against them. That we can block his Vanguard, block his Witness. Just makes all of our little 1/1s a little bit more threatening. Ooh, Tajik. Can't even attack with it. Ooh, that is really good. That is going to be a very solid draw. So, he's playing like a Boros Mentor version. We're not going to do attack. And get down this Tristani and then March the Multitudes a couple times. So he probably has Aurelia. Hopefully we can get back into Plat 3. Heroic Reinforcements. Okay. So I can make 4 tokens here, which I think I'm going to do. And then I might maybe just kill him on this crackback. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1 for each creature. So 13, 14, 15. I can do 19 to him. Are you kidding me? So that means if I block with one of these tokens, it resolves. I'm not going to die to this hit. This means that if I block this guy and he pays 4 life, he goes to 16. And this is 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Do that. Bait him into paying. Then kill him. Perfect. So I think we got lethal here. At least I think it's lethal. Because he's at 16. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's not lethal. Maybe I did the math horribly wrong. Oh, if my guy had still been alive, it would have been lethal. 4. We're definitely playing Tristani here. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 13, 16. Yeah, I did the math right. Hooray. 8, 11, 16. Yeah. Boom. We really thought that through. We baited him into paying life with his Odonto Vanguard. Oh, the outplay. Back into Plat 3. Let's go. Great way to end the episode. I think that was a pretty solid play. I think it was going to be hard to lose that game because of how good of a start we had, but finishing the episode at Platinum 3, I mean, that's serious progress this week, guys. Serious progress. Really hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time on the Journey to Mythic.